Karen's sneer could curdle milk. She stood there, all 300 pounds of her, gloating over the jagged dent in my brand-new sedan like she'd just won a war. It was a Monday morning in the cramped parking lot of Sunny Hills Market. And I, Jake Torres, had just wanted a coffee and some eggs. Instead, I got a front-row seat to the Carimpocalypse. I'd parked my Carmi pride and joy, a sleek silver Mazda I'd saved 3 years for in the last available spot. It wasn't handicapped, not reserved, just a regular space. But as I stepped out with my reusable tote, Karen's rusty minivan screeched in, blocking me. Her window rolled down, revealing a face twisted with entitlement. "That's my spot," she barked, her voice like a chainsaw through quiet. "I've been parking here every Monday for years." I blinked, stunned. "Ma'am, I got here first. It's just a parking spot." Her eyes narrowed, and she leaned out, her cheap perfume assaulting the air. "You don't get it, kid. Move, or I'll make you." Before I could respond, she gunned her engine, and her minivan lurched forward, slamming into my car's rear door. The crunch of metal was sickening. My heart sank as I saw the dented gaping wound on my Mazda's flawless side. A small crowd gathered, a cashier named Mia, still in her green apron, and an older guy, Tom, who'd been unloading his groceries. Mia gasped, her phone already out, recording. Tom shook his head, muttering. Some people, Karen, unfazed, climbed out of her van, her floral dress straining at the seams. She pointed a meaty finger at me. "You should have listened, punk. Now look at your precious car." I was shaking, not with fear, but with rage. My car wasn't just a vehicle. It was late nights at the office, skipped vacations, and every extra shift I'd taken to afford it. And here was this woman, smug as a dictator, acting like she owned the world. "You just hit my car," I shouted. "Are you insane?" Karen laughed, a grating cackle. "Prove it." No one saw nothing. She glanced at Mia and Tom, daring them to speak. Mia hesitated, but Tom stepped forward, his voice steady. "I saw it. Lady, you rammed his car on purpose." Karen's face reddened, but she doubled down. "You're all in on it. Trying to scam me. Huh. I'll call the cops." She pulled out her phone, but I was already dialing. The police arrived in 10 minutes. A tired officer named Daniels who looked like he'd seen too many Karens in his career. He surveyed the damage, took statements, and watched Mia's video, which clearly showed Karen's van smashing into my car. Karen, however, was a one-woman circus, shrieking about her rights and how I'd stolen her spot. Daniels wasn't having it. "Ma'am, you're at fault. You damaged his property. I'm issuing a citation, and you'll need to exchange insurance information." Karen scoffed, tossing her hair. "Insurance? I don't need that. I'm not paying for his stupid car." She stormed back to her van, muttering about lawsuits and injustice. That's when I noticed the sign. A faded, handwritten note taped to a concrete pillar nearby. "No parking without permit, violators towed." I glanced at Karen's van. No permit. A wicked idea sparked. I looked at Mia, who was still filming, and whispered, "You know anyone who can tow a car fast?" She grinned, pulling out her phone again. "My cousin runs a tow company. He's 5 minutes away." While Karen ranted at Daniels, I stepped aside and called Mia's cousin, Rico. I explained the situation, emphasizing the lack of a permit and the damage to my car. Rico was there in record time, his tow truck roaring into the lot like a knight in greasy armor. Karen didn't notice until the hook was under her van. "What the hell?" she screamed, lunging toward Rico. "You can't take my car." Rico, unfazed, pointed to the sign. "No permit. Lady, this is private property. Your van's getting towed." Daniels, clearly done with her, nodded. "It's legal, ma'am. You're parked illegally." Karen's face turned purple. Her fists clenched. "This is theft. I'll sue you all." But Rico was already lifting her van, the tires squealing as it left the ground. The crowd, now 5 or 6 people, cheered quietly. I couldn't help but smile. "Where's it going?" I asked Rico, keeping my voice low. He winked. "Impound lot. They'll auction it if she doesn't pay the fees in a week. And trust me, the fees are steep." Karen was apoplectic, screaming about conspiracies and her rights as a taxpayer. But the truth was sinking in. Her actions had consequences. I leaned in, keeping my tone calm. "You smashed my car over a parking spot. Karen, now yours is gone. Maybe next time. Think before you act." She lunged at me, but Daniel stepped between us. "Ma'am, calm down, or you're getting arrested." She froze, her bravado crumbling. For the first time, I saw a flicker of fear in her eyes. She'd pushed too far, and the world was pushing back. Rico's tow truck disappeared with her van, and the crowd dispersed, whispering about that crazy lady. Mia handed me her phone number, promising to send the video to my insurance company. Tom clapped me on the shoulder. "You handled that well, kid." She got what she deserved. But it wasn't over. I called the impound lot later that day, curious about Karen's van. The guy on the phone laughed. "Oh, that lady. She showed up, screaming about a conspiracy. Didn't have the $500 to release her van, so it's set for auction tomorrow." I paused, then asked, "How fast can you auction it?" He chuckled. "Already got a buyer. Some guy wants it for parts. It'll be gone in 45 minutes. I hung up, a mix of satisfaction and pity swirling in my chest. Karen had brought this on herself, but there was something tragic about her blind arrogance. She'd lost her car, her dignity, and probably her Monday shopping routine, all because she couldn't let go of a parking spot. I filed my insurance claim, using Mia's video as evidence, and my car was repaired within a week. Karen, I heard, had to take the bus for months, her complaints echoing through the neighborhood like a bad song. The parking lot incident became local legend, a cautionary tale about entitlement and consequences. I drove by Sunny Hills Market weeks later, my Mazda gleaming again. The handwritten sign was still there, faded but defiant. Karen's crime, car smashed. Karma served. I smiled, knowing that sometimes justice moves faster than a tow truck. Life isn't fair, but every now and then, it balances the scales. Karen thought she could bully her way through the world, but the world had other plans. And as I parked in that same spot, I couldn't help but think, karma's one hell of a tow truck driver. The end.